Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is when I start the history of Cnarta. The first people of Cnarta are the Cnartans. Circa 3000 BCE, a group of Noongars sailed westward and found an island covered in acacia trees, and so they named it Cnarta, Cnart meaning acacia tree. It was 1980 BCE, and Amenemhat I of the 12th dynasty of Kemet, or Egypt, was in power. The pharaoh organized an expedition to Punt when suddenly a storm caused them to sail out of the Red Sea and sail southeast somehow, and managed to crash on an island covered in thick forest with a large volcano. They named the islands Kemshe, Khebenefer, and Neferseba. For literally no reason, in Tamilakam, a ship carrying spices, likely headed for Arabia, crashed on the same islands. The Tamils mixed with the ancient Egyptians who were there, and their languages began to mix, forming the Caxolian language. After being on the same 3 or so islands for about 700 years, the Caxolians eventually discovered atolls literally just north of them. Also, Isatau is founded and the islands are renamed. 50 years later, they discovered an island northwest and they named it Ipeka, along with a few atolls. So I literally just realized that the Austronesians would have found Cnarta at this time and Madagascar would be uninhabited, so let's ignore that. The Caxolians of Ipeka discovered the already inhabited Mentawai Islands and began trading with the indigenous people. They also found Siqueo, and they spread their influence across Sumatra and especially Siberut and Sipora. The Persian-founded Sultanate on the Swahili coast colonizes eastern Cnarta and founds Winem. Also, the Noongars are now called Cnartans. Something about uncles and thrones makes the person who colonized Cnarta make it its own sultanate called the Sultanate of Rafailu, which also opens the Caxolians to the trade in the Western Indian Ocean. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for part 2.
Iltam Sumra Rashupti Ilatim.